Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Prancing Pony Podcast Plays. I'm glad you could all be here to join me today. Ah, goodness, it has been quite a week. Like, how did I even get to Saturday? How is it already Saturday? I've already had Excelsior, so I can't have a second one. So I'm having a slightly lower caffeinated drink. Hello from Sweden. Hello from the U.S. to Sweden. This is a pint. This, my friends, is not a pint. This is probably about 12 ounces. My day has been quick. My day has been very quick indeed. Yeah, it's it's been something for sure. That's to say the least. But hey, at least I got to watch a little bit of quali for Formula One today for Brazil, one of my favorite races of the season. My goodness, Nate. Yeah, I'd completely forgotten about the extra live stream until we were fairly close to this. I think yesterday I remembered, oh yeah, that's tomorrow. I feel badly, like maybe I should have just delayed and put a little link up here and said everybody go watch the Extra Life stream, because obviously what Standing Stone Games is doing with Extra Life is a great fundraiser. So go give to them and then come back. So, yeah, of course, Katie, this is indeed Pepsi. So thanks for asking. Well, as usual, oh, shoot, I forgot the caption's still up. Thank you for watching. Yes, thank you for watching, but we're not done yet. So if you all have any questions, now's a great time to ask them before we jump into the game. Questions about the podcast, questions about any of the other podcasts, questions about the Moot, questions about the Lord of the Rings, anything that you've got, throw it my way. I'm happy to try to answer while I can. Oh, good. Glad to see that. Aglerio indeed. I like to take. Just normal. I don't go for those fancy flavored. Cola already has a flavor. I don't need to be adding to it again. I'll tell you what, I was tempted to do another time where I was tempted to do a No Man's Sky stream instead of the Lord of the Rings Online stream, just because they are bringing back the second expedition, which is the one that enabled you to get the Normandy for Mass Effect as a frigate in game. I know I'm talking to like the three of you that have ever played that, but let alone the one of you that has played both. But yeah, gonna be getting back into that this afternoon, I hope. Actually, no, I won't. I realized when I'm done with this, I need to get into QAing episode 391. That's going to be our interview with Mike Drought that happens to release fairly soon. That comes out on November 23rd, so just 2 weeks from tomorrow. So I've got to go through a QA run on that one. Yeah. So it's that's what I'll be doing. And if I finish that as a reward, then I'll move on to some No Man's Sky. Yeah, it's going to be a great interview, folks. I got to tell you, probably going to be pushing close to 2 hours chatting with Mike Drought about the Tower and the Ruin. And even then, I got to tell you, I think we recorded closer to 2.5, edited probably 2:15, and then I'll probably trim it down to 2. But even with the 2.5 hour session that we had with him, we still had 7 or 8 questions that we didn't even get a chance to ask. So we may, I'm not promising anything, may have him back on a second time just to talk more about it. Nate, thank you for watching for 18 hours in the month of October. Yeah, definitely hassle. Can't wait to get a Normandy. Looking forward to that. It's a shame it's not a flyable ship, but I'll take it as a frigate. I can, spacewalk by it. Yeah, should be good. I'm looking forward to getting a chance to play a lot of the other expeditions, because there was a long period of time where I didn't play No Man's Sky. I've only, I got into it when it launched, played it for about a year, and then only recently got back into it again. Thought about that to message me about more questions for Mike. Well, please do. I'll look forward to that. Only 2 hours. Well, hassle. I mean, our episodes are only supposed to be about 2 hours. They're actually supposed to be about an hour and a half, but, we've been pushing it lately. Season one was the anomaly, right? That was when we didn't yet know what we were doing as much. Several 2-hour episodes and a couple of 2.5-hour episodes. I think the 2 or one was 3 hours. That should have been 2 episodes, don't you think? Thank you, Nate. Well, we had to make an extra long postscript because when we do these mega postscripts, right, we want to do it on every episode, but there are times where it just feels like, hey, let's take the questions or the extra topics from this range of episodes and make a longer conversation. But we try to make sure that you get the equivalent of 8 to 10 minutes for every postscript. So, a 50-minute postscript for 5 episodes works. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to put together. And we already have content ready for the new P5s. I'm not sure yet whether I'm going to do one more for the other 6. Probably not. I'm probably going to do one for the first 4 of the second half because that takes us through the end of the story as written. And then there's 2 episodes that we're going to do on the further course of the narrative, which covers all of the time after Tolkien finished kind of writing the full narrative. So that's going to be things like Aldarian's reign as Tar Aldarian, and Kalame growing up, the letter from Arendis that basically introduces her to the Man-Haters Club, all the stuff that Kalame does, the changing of the law to allow her to reign as queen, and the things that happen with her marriage, and yeah, so all of that. So we'll probably do 2 more Mega P5s, one to cover 4 and one to cover 2. The super long episodes are rough, but they're good. They're good. They're probably rougher on my co-hosts, especially because so often they're multiple time zones ahead of me. So when I'm recording until 3 p.m, well, that's fine, but it's 11 at night for Sarah. So, or if I'm recording until 8 o'clock at night, it's 11 at night for James. So, yeah, these episodes are definitely giving extra P5 content because there's so many deep dives and connections. I wouldn't say it was the easiest P5 I've put out since Sean left. None of them have been really easy, but it wrote itself in many ways. There were so many things to talk through. I mean, really, in hindsight, I look back at how much discussion there's been in Aldarian and Arendis. And if I could do it all over again, I think we might have done 12 episodes instead of 11. 11's working out fine because we compressed some of the other ones and fit them into 2 hours and 10 minutes or things like that. But, all told, I bet the 11 episodes that we have, if we would add up that time and then divide by 12, you'd still have an average of an hour and 45 or an hour 50. Hassel, good question. I thought of doing a mailbag where I just delve into the mailbag for questions that may not pertain to future. Typically, I look for ones that are pertaining to current content. So any questions in the bag on Aldarian and Arendis would be perfect for this run of episodes. But I've thought about a mailbag episode, but the truth is there's so much content, it's hard to justify that. That may be the kind of thing that when the show is over, right, when we've finished Unfinished Tales, we've done the Great Tales next year, so that's seasons 11, and then seasons 12 and 13 on the Silmarillion, season 14 and maybe 15 on Non-Legendarium. So then when season 16 would start, it might have to drop down to less frequent, and that might be a good time to do some mailbag episodes, some more interview episodes, things like that. It's more wanting to ask is if this content has lent itself to P5s more readily. In a way, mostly it's lent itself to really deep conversations and long discussions, because this is such a human story, more so than just about any other of the ones that he's written. And so as a result, a lot of things that might just have been sidebars became perfect candidates for P5 material. Nate, right on. Ordinarily, I always, I never give advice about what to buy, but please be sure to buy refundable tickets just on the off chance this shutdown continues. I don't think it will. I think, however, if it does go through Thanksgiving, I have a feeling that there's going to be so much uproar that it won't last to Christmas. So I'm not worried about the moot yet, but do buy a refundable ticket just in case. In case there's cancellations, not in case the moot gets canceled. We're moving forward with that regardless. But yeah, super happy to have you joining us. I'm looking forward to meeting you and so many of the other folks that are going to be joining us. Well, any more questions before we dive into Mirkwood with Hilbern the River Hobbit? Yeah, I mean, if it was November, I'd be worried, right? But it's December. I think for the shutdown to last more than double the longest one before would be, yeah. I wouldn't bet on it taking that long. So, yeah. Postscripts were, coming back to that question that you had, Katie. Postscripts before, that is to say, before Sean left, were easy for me because Sean wrote them, right? I did the main episodes and he did the postscripts. And what would happen is we would come up with a couple questions as we were going, let's shuffle that off to the P5. What's happening lately is instead our conversations are so long that certain points have to get moved to the P5. Is that a Dead Sea Scroll behind my right shoulder? No, that is actually one of the pages from the Book of Marzabul that Tolkien himself drafted or created for the Lord of the Rings, the section where they're there in Moria. The episode descriptions and titles are all me now, Nate. Early on, they were the two of us, though Sean was pretty much responsible for the amazing titles, and then we would work together on the blurbs. But the episode titles and descriptions ever since the beginning of season 7 have been 100% me. And boy, I'll tell you what, they're hard. I struggle with those. Out of these three, Turin, Aldarion and Arendis, and Feanor, which is the most human story. It's interesting you included Feanor. The Turin story is very human, but because so much of what he goes through is external, I find the story of Aldarion and Arendis even more human because it's so much about their own choices, out setting aside those external influences. Because we can talk about the Curse of Morgoth, or we can talk about Glaurung holding him under a spell and all of these things. But I feel like Eldarion and Arendis just like two stupid people. But yeah, sometimes alternating. Sometimes one is really smart. I mean, Arendis has some incredibly wise things. The whole idea about, not losing our today, living in the moment, which is some really great stuff. I think the other really human story would be the Atherbeth, actually. That would be the third one I'd put. Do I think when Eldarion said name a tree, do you think he meant a species or one single tree? Here's the thing. I don't even know that he knew what he meant when he said that. He had this tendency for grand gestures that ended up being empty anyway. You think about bringing back that massive diamond that didn't mean anything. You think about, name a tree. I should, whatever you want, or when they finally are betrothed, he's, I'm going to build you a ship and we're going to go together. Or after they got married, and she's like, no, you're not. But he's big on these gestures, which I'm going to say lends me to see him through a sort of a narcissistic lens. You think about how he comes back after the 12-year voyage and he sort of love bombs her, he's certainly a manipulator. I mean, later on in the story, you'll see him, he and Menelder are getting into an argument, and then you read the text that says that he willfully was he was manipulating his dad to make his dad mad, right? This is a guy who's good at manipulating. So I don't know that he even knew himself whether he meant a tree or a species. Let's see. Well, thank you, Katie. Very kind. Yeah, two people that really need to go to premarital counseling, frankly. The premarital counselor that would tell them, this is a very bad idea. As Arendis wants to get married and have a husband and a family, because that's what getting married means. Aldarion knows he needs to have an heir, but wants to sail. So They were as incompatible as they could possibly be from day one, which is really, really unfortunate. So, hold on a minute. Why am I getting text messages from my son? I'll have to look at that later. All right. Should be all good. Yeah. Well, thank you, Katie. Yeah, this has been a great session, even prior to LotRO. All right. Well, let's go ahead and, speaking of LotRO, get into that. So that means I'm going to take away the chat on the stream. Sorry about that. And let's go ahead and add the extra camera. Yeah, we're going to turn that thing on, swap screens. Now, as usual, I will have the chat up in front of me on this monitor over here. But anything that is important, Katie will get to me much more within my visual range, only slightly to my peripheral vision. All right, let's get this moving. We're going to unmute this here, so it might be a little loud at first, or it might not be audible at all. Let's see if perhaps it's not looking for the aha. There we go. Perfect. Yep, Hassel, you're right. Aldarion was married to the sea, and that was the thing that his father told him. You cannot wed the sea. You are already affianced to Arendis. You've given your word. All right. And thank you, Katie, for confirming. We didn't get a chance to do any testing today. I still haven't fully solved the computer hard freezing on me, but lately it's only been happening when I'm playing No Man's Sky, unfortunately. I just have to actually disassemble the thing and probably, wiggle some power cords or something. Oh, fun. I get some money this time. I'm going to sell a massive pile of copper scraps. All right. Let's see. So, Mark Acquisition Boost Weekend, Gift of the Hammerhand, a Gift of the Hammerhand. Okay. So I'll probably use another scroll before we start adventuring. But let's take a look again at the map, and we'll turn all these off and see what we've got. So, Hewing Fell Wings, Voracious Fluttering, and the Master of the Roost are all up there where we were before, up in Danenglor. And then we've got a Wood Rife with spiders and the Sly Beasts of the Dower Stalks. Those overlap. Those are killing spiders and wolves. And then we have a Peculiar Tomb down south of us. And Chapter 5, Treacherous Lights. This is where we have to find the Rosar Greyhammer and ensure his safety. And let's double check where that is. That is to the south, probably all the way down there in the Drownhold. All right. All right, let's take a look. So let's go up to Danenglor first, and then we'll go look for moving along with the epic. Because I think if the epic is a level 62 quest and we're already at 67, we're pretty quickly going to be at 68. So I don't want to get too out leveled. So we're just going to make our way up and kill some bat people. We need to, let's see, collect relics of interest from the Merivale, defeat Merivale. So basically we got to kill 10 of the bat ladies and then summon the boss. I don't think this wolf will count for the wolf one because it's not in the right area, so it's a different wolf. Oh, it did count. Collect wolf pelts from the Dark Rage wolves. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's nice. Make some progress there. I think we might even get a couple spiders in here. Maybe. No, bats, but I don't really care about the bats. All right, we've already done that quest. All right, let's go ahead and take out the bat. Well, like we keep saying about Aldari and Arendis, what we have here is failure to communicate. I'm going to go ahead and use as the quest guide the boss, because everybody else is going to just happen. Start with talking, and then once we practice talking, we can practice hearing, and then once we practice hearing, we can practice listening. Good heavens, they are the most incompetent people. Aldarian doesn't even listen to his father. It's really sad just to watch them just sort of disintegrate. Okay, well, I've defeated the Dananglor Mortavale, but I've only gotten 5 relics of interest from them, so I'm gonna have to kill quite a few more of them. But mostly I want to kill their boss. Katie says, I still headcanon that Mortavale are the offspring of Thuringwethil. I wouldn't be surprised. Talking with a friend recently about the healthy aspects of Galadriel and Celeborn's relationship, to be able to be in love and go off and do their own things. I think one of the reasons why that's there, though, for them, in fairness to Eldari and Arendis, is the immortal nature of their lives. You know, they can still spend 500 years together, even if they spend 5,000 years apart. The problem with Aldarian is he can't even grasp the fact that his own lifespan is significantly longer than his wife's, and that in a way, because of that, he owes her. Like, dude, you have no right to just, off and take forever. Because as a percentage of her life versus as a percentage of your life. Oh, okay. Well. Is there an echo? Am I getting an echo? I could maybe turn down my headphones. It could be my headphones are too loud. I'll turn them down a little bit and see if that helps. Like maybe this is leaking through a little bit. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. I would have thought the boss would be over here somewhere. That's the greedy Moravile thief. Instead, where is the boss? Oh, over there. Okay, well. Did not think that's where he'd be, but okay. Oh, that's just you having post streams up. Oh, wow. Lots of people here to fight. Okay, we're getting pretty close now to where we can summon the boss. And we only need to get one more relic, so we're almost certainly going to get one. There it is. Aha. Summoning horn. Trap first. Trap. Summon all my focus. Oh, he's right there. Oh, the trap did nothing. That's okay. Didn't need to. All right. Let's go ahead and go back to Puiguil. Let's go back to one of those people in the Haunted Inn. We'll turn these in and then we'll head over to find. What story would I love to see from Tolkien, but performed by who's Mindy Python?
How can I get?
Hi, my name is Mindy Python. All right, I was supposed to search for more scouts in Danagor. Probably not going to.
How can I be of service?
All right. So again, if we go with the two that are on here, Dwindling Hope and the Thief of Dananglor, these are both back in Dananglor. So we're going to turn that one off. Instead, we're going to go look for him, but we'll stop at the Peculiar Tomb first. And if we happen to catch wolves and spiders in the meantime. No, but I'm assuming you meant Monty Python. So what story would I love to see from Tolkien performed by Monty Python? I'll have to think about that one. I'll have to think about that. That could be good, but I don't know off the top of my head. Hey, Dundurian. Man, it is dark. Oh, hey, Kazanskard. We all like Kazanskard. Just giving you a hard time. I figured it was an autocorrect thing. I'll need to think about the question, though. Do I have a favorite evil area in the game from Nate? Minas Morgul is not my favorite only because it's so damn big and it takes forever to navigate any of it. I would say... Man, there are a lot. They do evil really well in this game, I have to say. I'll think about that one too, actually. Yeah, Fingolfin and Morgoth. Tis but a scratch. That's cute. I'd like to see them do... There's a lot I'd like to see them do. Let's see. Why is the tomb... Where is the tomb? Oh, there it is. Or it's not. Must be this one, but... Here lieth Fritigern, age 31, who perished from natural causes on July 2nd, third age 2461. Natural causes? At 31? 2461, was that the year of the Great Plague? No, that was 16 something, right? No, that was, wasn't it? No, I don't remember now when the Great Plague was. I thought it was 16 something. Smell-o-vision for the charnel smell. No. Hey, Dark Age Wolf. Or Dark Rage Wolf, actually, which is better. Somebody look up when the plague was. Where is the Fellowship now? Floating on the river. Probably in that time frame. Or maybe they're down near where they've broken. Here lieth Vatagas. Also, fell to his death. It is completely blank. Talk to Ithrin Fire at the Haunted Inn. Can't even click on this one. All right, well, that's okay, because now we're going to go try to find the treacherous lights. I hate this region. I'll tell you what. You know what? You want a good evil area? When you're low level and you first walk into the old forest, that place is flipping terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. The Barrow Downs. I mean, those early evil areas are genuinely terrifying. I really don't care about the bats. I don't have to kill them. Oh, a swamp cat. Meow. I bet he's orange. My own cat's orange. No, I'm not. I'm just teasing about the cats. All right. Trying to catch up. All right. I'm going to be dropping into the bog now. Ah, there's Rosar. Well, that was quick. Oh, it's not. Well, by golly, it wasn't him. It's the lights. Okay. I don't see Roser or Stiga here in this particular circle. So I'm going to hazard a guess and think they're down this way. 1636. That's what I thought. I didn't think it was 24 something. Thought it was 1630, 1640. I love how I'm avoiding all the critters because the bog crawlers aren't natively evil. They're not. Oh, hold on. No, it's a firefly. Ah, there's a ring. Oh, there's another light, though. I bet that's not really Stigur. Ah, see, that's just not cool. I'm sure I could look at a wiki and find out where these guys are. But of course, I would never do such a thing. That's almost cheating. Do you hear me? It's almost cheating for somebody to look this up and tell me. Almost. Oh, it's really him. Well, what? I do not know what happened, friend. I will return to camp at once. Ooh, wood. Ilex branches. Nevertheless, they will have need of wood. No, it's okay, Katie. I mean, I'll fight him, I'm sure. I was teasing about that, you know. There he is. Hey, Stigur. Ha! I remember little. How did I get here? I will return to the camps at once. All right. So now, yeah, let's just port back. If we get the spiders and the wolf pelts later, we'll do that. But I'm not going to worry about it. Want to move forward with the peculiar tomb first. Sounds as though those who were buried around the same time died of different causes. Why would this place be haunted by oathbreakers if the deaths were things like sickness and natural causes? The blank gravestone does not make sense at all. The ages, too, give me doubt. These were young folk. The deaths were so close to one another. Something is amiss. I wonder if there are more clues about the town. Well, there might be, but we probably won't find out. Oh, Prestidir. Confront shades and search them for clues. Oh, three.
This place fills me with uneasiness.
Rosar and Stigur were just here, Hilbern, and they had the strangest stories to tell. Each of them reported seeing familiar faces among the tangled bushes and briars and hearing voices on the wind. When they approached, filled with amazement to see lost friends in such a place, there was no sign of anyone. But lo, further ahead, an encouraging wave and a smile. This place fills me with unease, Hilbern. Thank you for rescuing my brothers. Without your aid, I fear there would have been too fewer Greyhammers in this world come sundown, if sundown ever truly leaves this grim wood. Browan is in the cellar. Tell him my brothers are safe, and ask him, too, The elves have come to an agreement on how to proceed. The sooner we move on from this place, the happier this Greyhammer will be. So I think you can already tell that one of the cool things about this is you can spend a whole lot of time in one part of the world and just do all these quests. You know, I mean, like, we may not be doing that, but you can do that. Hello again, Hilbern. This waiting has already begun to wear thin, and my patience was stretched to begin with. The elves have not yet decided which way to go. Perhaps you can help them decide if anyone can.
One must take charge.
The death of the elf Radier has made uncertain the fate of this journey, Hilbern, for none of the elves know by which way he planned to bring us in secret to Dol Guldur. Speak with the elves here in the cellar and try to decide on the proper course. Someone must step forward and take charge. It will be next winter before we advance even a single step, and who knows what will befall Bori in the meantime. We must all be down here. Well, here's a Hardor.
Let us move directly eastward to Dol Guldur.
We cannot wait here for a revelation that may not come, Hilbern. We will never know what road Radier intended for us to take. No, we must decide and decide quickly. The quick road will be the safest road. Let us move directly westward, eastward, that would be, to Dol Guldur by the straightest way. Radier believed our greatest strength was in secrecy, but the dangerous path through the Drown Holt cost him his life. Let us be done with secret ways. The straightest course, like a swift arrow, is the one we should now take if we wish to avoid a similar fate. I don't know that I agree.
The enemy would never expect us to take the road through the Scuttledales.
Do not know what to do, Hilbern. I believe Radier thought to approach Dol Guldur by the ways least likely to be watched by the forces of the enemy. But our excursion into the Drownhold... I have to believe Radier knew what he was doing, Hilbern, that he knew the risks. But still, he took us into the Drownhold. He must have had a good reason. The enemy would never expect us to take the road through the Scuttledales, for that place has a dangerous reputation. That is the path of the greatest secrecy, and only through the Scuttledales will we come to Dol Guldur with our prisoner and our presence unannounced. So far I'm with you, Asuriel. What does Sigileth have to say?
We should head south through the stony reaches of Tal Morvi.
Well, there you go. Radier brought us into the Drownholt despite the danger for a reason. He must have planned for us to take the southernmost way towards Dol Guldur, and to bring us in secret up to the southern base of the rocky spire upon which the fortress stands. We should therefore head south through the stony reaches of Taur Morvith. That is the way Radier wanted us to go. I am sure of it. The other members of the company may disagree, but we must at least set out, or his death will have been for naught. All right, where is Kucharon? Kucharon's upstairs, right? Turning the wrong way at every possible intersection. Where is he? Is he outside? I'm going to port to him. It's going to be... He's outside. I just need to go outside. All right.
Ask 3 elves which way is best to take, and you will receive 3 answers.
Of course, this is as I expected. We have little time left to waste. I want you to scout these proposed roads, my accommodating hunter, and assess the dangers along each. Perhaps that will aid with our decision. Seek the scouts we sent to the Scuttledales, Emin and Taur Morvith, and question them about the dangers they have encountered. I heard that sigh. I heard that sigh. Oh, I can't use the fish slap emote. Oh, well. I'll just wave at you. All right. Let's take a look and see what we've got. Let's see. I'm not going to worry about the sly beast or the wood rife with spiders. And eventually I'll do unconvincing innocence and tokens of fealty, because that's really easy. It's right close by. Wow. Okay, so chapter 6. These guys are far away. Look at where we got to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the stable to this place. I just can't remember the name of it. So I'm going to clear all, turn on only the stable master, and see that his name is Ostgalath. That's right, Ostgalath. So we're going to take a stable to Ostgalav, and then we'll go find the 3 scouts that we need to talk to for this particular part of the epic. And we'll take the regular route rather than the swift travel so we can see where we're going. And I'll catch up on chat in the meantime. Wow, lots of interesting chats going on. Yeah, Nate, everybody just leaves you alone. It's great when you're over leveled like that. I know I'm way behind. I'm just catching up. It's also a great way to go back and do your deeds, like, you know, killing 300 wolves or whatever in a region. Thank you for that kind word, Nate, about the P5. Just check in more risks. Best take on Pennywise. Just Gandalf, please. Oh, the cat distribution system also almost got you, Hassel, huh? Unconvincing innocence works for me. That's great. All right. Back to the game. So you can see it's taken us that long. We're only halfway to the scout at Emmenloom. What evil character would I like to see from the text in Lord of the Rings Online? Well, I think they do a good job of pretty much anybody mentioned in the text is in here, but I guess for that we'd have to look to characters outside of the Third Age, like outside of their license. In which case, Feanor. Doom. No, I think seeing Ungoliant would be terrifying. All right, so we are in Ostgalav. Lots and lots of things to pick up here. First, of course, the stable master. So we're going to remove from the tracker altogether, but not cancel yet, these other quests that are outside these. All right, so we need to talk to Enethel. But look, there's all these people who want to talk to us too.
How can I be of service?
Ooh, level 68. So now we're going to use the perks to get some accelerated experience. Oh, I don't have any more uses for 4 hours. Defeat Krebine. Scout some ruins. Defeat some goblin spies. Collect glowing glands. Okay. Ancient records. Examine some Sylvan records. And collect obsidian gems. But Enethel is who I'm supposed to talk to for the epic.
Is the road of the Maladream also that of the hidden god? Should it be?
Oh, am I missing some stuff in chat here? Do we see them? We see them out this hour, don't we, in LotRO? Yeah. Ooh, the time of the lamps. That'd be awesome. All right. So, you've come to Ostgalav, Hilbern, where the Golden Host prepares for the next leg of its journey. Is the road of the Maladream also the road of the Hidden Guard? I do not know if it should be, but if it must, we shall learn at least what dangers lie along it. Travel east of Ostgalav and keep your eyes open for enemies on the road. As the road climbs towards Minas Gil, there are upright stones on one side of the path. Perhaps you can hide behind these stones and learn what the orc presence may be in Emmenloom. I should probably also, while I'm here, grab the milestone, which I think... I don't remember where it is. It's a big place. Hold on, let's just here's how you do it. Turn off everything. and clear all, and then select only the milestone. Of course, I'm like literally sitting right on top of it. Oh, it must be on the other side of this wall. Bingo! Right next to the stable master. Because I'm blind as a bat. All right. We'll replace the Haunted Inn with that. And when I come back to the map, of course, we'll turn everything back on. And we are going to turn on, you know what? We're going to remove those green quests now that are back in Down in Glory area. All right. So that's still the wrapper quest of talk to all three to move the epic along. But then we've got Murder on the Wing, Wild Emin Loom. So that's where we want to go. And what I think we'll do is we'll head on this road, do those stones, and then come down here for, I think it was Ancient Records? No, Ward of Shadow, and then loop back around and hit these three areas, because that'll get us Ancient Records, Wild Ruins, and Murder on the Wing. Oh, no, we lost the stream. All right, let's fix that. Thank you, Katie, for bringing that. Again, it's sitting right here. I can see it. So I don't know what happened, but there we go. Thank you. And we're back. All right. So let's head out of here. We want to hide behind the upright stones. Let's do that. That's this way. Let me pull up the chat because now I've lost that. Okay. Thank you all for alerting me to the stream. Don't know quite what happens, but all right. Let's go. Oh, wait. Is there another ring? There's another ring. Somebody to pick up over here, maybe. Oh, didn't see this person had a ring. Silken strands. Collect pristine webbing. Okay. All right. Oh, that's not even in our area, though, so I'm not interested in picking that up. But we'll see. We'll leave it on there, right? But we're going to try to find the upright stones. Okay, that's not an exit. So maybe over here? There we go. There's an exit. Now entering Emin Loom. Okay, so we're going to follow the road. I do think, though, we might be able to get some goblin spies. You'll notice we're in that area, so maybe I can use, since they're probably going to be invisible, Passage of Foes, and look for a goblin spy. Oh, they're easy to find. Look at them. They're all right there. All right, we just need to kill, what, 4 of these guys? That should be easy. Okay, we just have to wait for my tracking skill to show up. The area for my quest looks like Tennessee. This looks like Tennessee? Oh, you mean the map. I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah. Safe bet the writing traits will go on sale for Black Friday? I don't know. I mean, the traits, there's all sorts of things that go on sale all the time. But I would wait for the thing that you want to go on sale because they're always on sale. Man, I remember having to do this quest as a captain, and where I don't have the ability to track, and I just was wandering around like, come on, spies, get me. But here I just got to wait another 12 seconds and I can scan for them again. Oh, she defeated a goblin spy, so that counted for me. And we'll just find one more and we'll be good to go. Okay, and here he is. Hey, you, I need you for a quota. All right, so now we just need to hide behind the upright stones, which are not very far along. They're up the road a little bit and to the right. And that is where we're headed. Aha, there's one of them. Keep your eyes peeled, or I'll have something to tell the blade about you. Here's another one. Like, why would I be worried about these two, you know? And where is the third one? Still up ahead a little bit more. Further up the road. Okay, there it is. Shard of Twilight. Oh, that's an interesting thing to kill. Hey, look, a new thing to kill. Oh, and I got an obsidian gem from that. Okay, so that part's done. But while we're here, I think, was it Ward of Shadow that's right up in this area? This is the collect obsidian gems, so we just need to kill more of those creatures. The Shards of Twilight. I feel like there's a joke in here about vampires and werewolves. Ooh, critter named Red Fang. He looks tough. He looks special. We're going to kill him. Okay. Need to find 2 more obsidian gems. There's another Shard of Twilight wandering up the road. I wonder what's in here. What is this place? Oh, I don't know that I want to go in there yet. Not when I can kill a Shard of Twilight out here and be happy about it. Oh, hey, there's a spider. All right. All right, so now we've got... Oh, they don't automatically drop gems. So there's... I've killed a 5th one, but... Oh, there it is. It just took a little while to show up. All right. So now that one's done. We want to head back over here where we've got not Silken Strands, not Ward of Shadow, which we're turning in Chapter 6, which we're turning in, but Ancient Records, Wild Ruins, and Murder on the Wing. So Ancient Records. Let's set our quest guide for Ancient Records. All right. Carryalls, definitely. Carryalls are really valuable. I need to get more of them. I mean, I've been killing werewolves and killing bats. Or Merivale, actually. All right, so we must be dealing with these ruins. What do we got to kill here? We've got to do 8 Sylvan Records, scout the ruins, and defeat Krebine within them. So we got to defeat Krebine. That would be crows. I wonder if a crow counts. Yes, it does. That would have been very sad if they need to be named Krebine. All right, so this is the Wild Ruin. I don't know what Team Edward means. I genuinely don't, because I've never watched it. Nor do I care to. So that's what the ancient Sylvan records look like. So wander around the ruins, look for the records, kill the crows. That I can do. And you can see how it's, best to group your quests together like that. Super efficient, wander around instead of doubling back all the time. I do wish they would not force me to double back, like the 3 visits they want me to make to Dananglor. And like, come on, man. Give me all the quests in Dananglor at the same time. Oh yeah, the barrel ride. I actually, when I watched that movie, I remember calling it Six Flags Over Erebor. and figuring they would just do a flume ride. Did I not? Is this not saying I've scouted them? It's not saying I've scouted them. Scout the southeast. But I have scouted them. There we go. I just didn't hit the right trigger spot. Okay. Looking for more of those things. More of those. Oh, well, that's interesting. Oh, I see. I'm basically near the city itself, or near the little outpost. Okay. I don't really care about the firefly. Crows I'll kill. They're a task. I gotta kill 11 more of them, as a matter of fact. I gotta get busy killing the crows. Not counting crows. It's a whole different thing. I've now explored the southern ruins. So I need to go to the other one. Find more records. There's one. I see 2. That's going to get me to 6. Still need to kill 10 more Krebine. Apparently this place is just overrun with birds. Well, that's a start. All right, here's some more records. So I need to get one more record, find the southwest ruins bit, the little that'll trigger it. Looks like it's over here somewhere. See something usual nearby. The odd footprints. Okay, so we just need to find one more Sylvan record. Yeah, we don't get any clue. And we still need to kill 5 more crows. All right, that should be fairly straightforward. I wonder if there are any records on the other side of this wall. There's a crow, though. Hey, you got to die. There we go. There's another record. Not much of a drinker, Kim, but I can pretend to sip a fancy whiskey. Okay, 4 more Krebine. Krebine from Dunland. I mean, I'm not going to pass up the chance to kill a fangled, like a newfangled ruin hunter, a fanged ruin hunter. So that was basic Beast Slayer. Now I'm working on the advanced deed. In the meantime, still need to find 3 more birds. There's one. It's telling me, here's 5 points. Don't spend it all in one place. Yep. 2 more. There's one. Or no, 3 more. Okay, 3 more. Newfangled ruin hunters. Back in my day, they were just fangled. All right. Nicely played. All right, 1 more. No, why am I not? Oh, because I'm not technically in the wild ruins. Dang it. I'm like, why am I killing all these crows and it's not counting? And it's because I'm not in the right spot. I need to be in the ruins. That was annoying. There's one. You're in the right spot to count, aren't you? I hope so. Yep. So now 2 more. I kept wondering, like, why is my count not going down? Now I know why. There's one. No, that's a... Yeah, there's one. All right, one more. And let's just use the scanner for this one. Mirkwood Crow. He's up here, which is perfect because we're heading back to the city anyway. Glowing glands. Oh, I didn't realize the glands were down here. Hold on. The glowing glands are in here. They're also... So basically those fireflies that I was ignoring. All right. If they're easy to find. If they're not, I'm not going to bother because really I just want to turn these things in. Let's just turn these things in. Forget about it. All right. Alan, I hope you give yourself a lot of credit for getting me to do something I swear I never do. Watching someone... You know what? Thank you, Nate. And I got to tell you, I'm kind of the same. But then I ended up watching... there's a guy I follow for my No Man's Sky streams that I just enjoy watching him play because I get to see stuff in the game that I might not otherwise see. Very cool. All right. Murder on the Wing.
What can I do for you?
Wild Ruins. He's got a new one. Report to Rodeleth in Gathburs. Then I'll turn these 2 into Agoran. She wants a new one, Relics of Old, along with Corrupted Memories. Oh, Furigam has another one for me too. Fang's Barbed. I already defeated Sharp Fang, but okay. Turn in Goblin Spies. Katie. Wow, just ignoring Firefly. Yeah, different kind of Firefly, but I hear you. Did we finish his? No, we did not. And then we scouted those 3 things. I cannot recommend this way. The hidden guard must find another way, a secret way. Passage through Eminloon is too closely watched. All right, let's clear out these deals. Let's turn all these off for now. The battle for Dol Guldur, report to Rodeleth and Gazberg, is all the way over there in Gothbuders. So we're gonna leave that on, but we're not gonna go after it. Relics of Old is over there by Minas Gil. Corrupted Memories is also there. Ah, and Fang's Baird is over here. You know what? Let's continue with the... we'll come back to these maybe, but let's go to the south here, south of the Wild Ruin, and find this scout near Taur Morvith. And then we'll go to the one in the Scuttledells. Because I kind of want to... I feel like we need to move the epic along. I mean, we're already a third of the way to level 69, and pretty soon we're going to be out leveling this area. So let's go do that. We can always come back and do these quests, right? Absolutely come back and do these quests. Yeah, I mean, because he's not very far either. Ooh. Orcs. Dushma warriors. Wow, this place gets dark. There's Arimnes.
I do not know if the Southern Way is the ideal road for the Hidden Guard.
There are a number of orc camps in Taur Morvith, Hilbern. I do not know if the Southern Way is the ideal road. My friend Melendal headed south to investigate, but he has not returned. If you will travel south and scout the pair of orc forts there, you may find some find of my friend. If the orc presence is so great as to cause him trouble, it is certainly too dangerous for the Hidden Guard to bring Mazog this way. It is to be hoped that Malendal is not in Cruel Lugu itself, but you should start your search there in case the worst has happened. All right, then. Well, that's what we'll do. We'll scout the orc presence at Cruel Lugu, which is to the south of us there. The Verdant Shrine. Looks like we catch the road over here. Ooh, heavy ilex branches. We catch a resource node first. Oh, hey, there's an enraged spirit. Hey, man, how's it going? Leave me alone, I'm angry. You're also dead. All right. So if we follow this road as it weaves its way around, and then shortly after the intersection, we'll turn right on it. A Fell Maw Marg. Warg. Fell Waw Marg? It looks like this is the way we need to go. Yep. And it should be right up in here. Oh, wow. Okay, this is the place. Hey, everybody. How's it going? We're just traveling through. Got any rooms for the night? Okay, I see a ring on the map. Oh, who's this guy? Hey, you. There's Malandal. I almost went and got the Khazad Skarn first.
Coming up from the south. You must help me.
But more orcs came marching out of the east from Dol Guldur, and I could not rejoin. I've been resting to regain my power. Not yet at full strength. You must help me. Must I? I've successfully defended him. So now we can go back and talk to Arimbus, and that's what we're going to do.
This way is not safe.
Thank you for scouting the orc camps. With what you have to say about the orc presence in Tower Mordvith, it must be my recommendation to the Hidden Guard that the southern route to Dol Guldur is not safe. Bringing the orc Mazog this way would be ill-advised indeed. All right. Are any of her weapons useful to me? Let's take a look. Oh, indeed. These are going to be better than the Keen Sword of the Traveler that I've got. There we go. Yeah, I dropped 2 points of agility, but I gain 11 points of vitality. I gain some crit rating. I lose my resistance, but I add almost 2 DPS. Let's take the sword. What's the mace give me? Yeah, I don't. I want the sword. All right, so let's equip that sword. There we go. And now we want to head up to the Scuttledells. So I don't think there isn't a yeah, there is not a stable up there at all. So we just have to go there. So we're going to make our way there. And we're going to set as the quest guide focus. We'll just walk our way over. Miriam, we are in Mirkwood. The creepy parts of Mirkwood, right? We're near where, across from Lothlorien, right? So we're in this part of Mirkwood here, right here where my mouse. Oh, interesting. It says that we're here. That makes no sense to me at all because we should be near Dol Guldur. I don't know why, unless Katie has moved, why she's showing on the map as being up here. Because really, we are down here, right? We crossed over. This was the first area we were in Mirkwood. Now we're in the more forested area. We're headed towards Dol Guldur because if you look at our local map, there's Dol Guldur directly to our east. So that's an odd little bug in the map. I love how when you get near the elven outposts, the light comes back a little bit. All right, so we got a long trek to go up into the Scuttledells. Oh, the crows are hostile. Probably because I killed so many of them. Oh, hey, a ruins firefly, because that's going to get us some of the glowing strands. Oh, it didn't this time. Thought that's what the glowing glands, I should say. Yeah, I'm going to cancel a lot. I'll do that later. I'll cancel those level 61 quests for the end of the session. There's a glowing gland. Am I going to jump into some elven glades because my character is starving? What were you doing in my forest? I was starving. Yes, but why did you raid the party? Because I was starving. I do love Thorin's. Oh, hey, Goblin Spy. Well then. He's a little tougher to kill than I would have thought. All right. I believe we are now in the Scuttledells. We're going to make our way northwest or northeast from here. These goblin spies are annoying. Oh, Kazadskard. All right. Well, now we know if the Central Way and the Southern Way are not acceptable, it must be the Northern Way. But we still have to help the scout there. Oh, that's quite the drop, but that's where we want to go. What? Ooh, spiders. Why did it have to be spiders? I wonder if there will be at least a fire up here that I can. Nope, there isn't. Oh, there is. There is. It's not one I can use though.
Hail and well met. It is good to speak with an ally at last.
I have seen naught but spiders and black dogs for 3 days now, and it's good to speak with an ally. A great gloom hangs over this corner of the wood, likely emanating from the barrows just to the north of here. No one has tended those barrows for an age, and they are home now to evils only, and the spiders are everywhere. I cannot recommend that the hidden guard come this way until we know for sure how deadly the venom of these spiders may be. It seems that the eyes of Dol Guldur are not watching the Scuttledells, but that will be no relief to any of our company who fall to the spiders in the name of secrecy. Take this cloth and use it to gather the venom from slain spiders. I will see how perilous it may be. All right, so now we just need to kill 6 spiders or get 6 venom samples. Ron Weasley of Bywater. Ooh. The undead. Okay, so we don't necessarily want to go that way. We want to go back this direction, it looks like. Yeah, this is where we're going to find the spiders. So. Fox. dog. Just looking for spiders. Can't use it apparently. Passage of nature. Show me some spideys. Seriously? There's one on the map and he's way the heck over here. All right, well, we'll figure it out. Excited to get your light oil out? Yeah, we're not going into the barrows yet, though I'll be shocked if we don't eventually go there. Man, it's a lot of black dogs, but not a lot of the spideys. All right, let's go this way across the pool. There's one. Scuttledell's Weaver. We still only have one venom sample. And that's the one we just got. All right, we gotta look for some more spideys. I did spideys. Mm-hmm. I'm also getting pristine webbings, which, you know, but I'm not gonna stick around and catch 25 of these things. Ooh, this looks interesting. There's light up here. Oh, a campfire. Well, hello. Who are you two? Collect black poison glands. Free elves from the cocoons. Well, then we'll find spiders. Black wings.
Stay in them.
East of the... Oh, my goodness. This is way too much.
Mind my words, Trina.
That map is terrifying. No. I just want to collect the venom samples for now. I don't even want this. Well, I mean, I guess the crows, now that they're part of the quest. But again, I don't really want to kill 16 of them. Just want to move along since I'm going to be level 69 here pretty soon. And, you know, want to stay on level with the epics. Black dog. I know I could cheat and use the tortoise stone thing, and stop using the extra experience, but I'm trying to just move along. Mostly because I want to get to Dol Guldur and then get out of Mirkwood. Rohan, Dunlin and Rohan would be nice. Oh, Scuttledell's Trapper. Hey, you. Scuttledell's Hunter. Oh, a cocooned elf. I think I will have to help this one, really. I mean, that feels like I must do that. Turn off all of these. Which ones do we have? So we can turn in the venom one over to here. Black venom's all the way up there. Entangled elves, I can try to help with that. And black wings if I happen to run across them. Innocence in peril, maybe. Not going to go all the way over to the dead. Okay. We'll figure this out. Am I following you, Katie? I think I am. Oh, there's one. Gotta kill the dog first. Woof, woof. Who's a dead dog? Thank you, Miriam. It's just such a, and it's going to get even more interesting too, because we're going to talk in the 10th of the 11 episodes. We're going to be talking about Aldarian's reign and, what they end up, some of the actions that they take in Middle Earth at that point. It's really, it is very complex. No doubt about it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was a good discussion. It was a lot of fun to have, and it's only going to get more interesting. That's for sure. All right. After this, we can maybe free one more elf, and then we'll head back. I'm not worried about getting everything else here. So this is Entangled Elves. Okay, so if we can... Of course, we can't get up there. That's the problem. Oh, I was following you. I didn't know that. See, I don't know this area very well, so... I mean, at all, really, actually. Post on the subreddit about Aldarian catching too many strays? Well, trust me, just wait, because pretty soon it's going to be Arendis's turn. I think I'm happy to defend a position we've taken with Aldarian. He's a selfish jerk. He's going to be a terrible king, even. I mean, this is a guy who I have neither wife nor love left on this isle. For this isle. Like, he literally tells his dad, I'm done loving Numenor. He was going to leave. He was going to up and leave. Let's turn in Entangled Elves. He's going to up and leave to someplace where I'm held in higher honor. He's going to give up the throne because he didn't want to be there until his dad says, fine, I'll give it to you early. Okay. Do I want any more? Ooh, search for signs of Gollum at the Pool of Tranquility. That might be something fun to do. Yeah, we probably do, Katie. I need to figure who I can...
Let me see. In small quantities, it appears that this venom need not be fatal.
I can recommend passage as long as they limit exposure to large numbers of these spiders. All right, then. Well, we're going to go talk to Kukuran because it's pretty much time for us to end.
I see.
The path through Tower Morvith would bring us too near the orc camps, and we are certain the direct way along which the Golden Host will march is already being watched. No, our path lies through the Scuttle Dells. It will be dangerous, but that will itself serve as a cloak for spying eyes. Speak with Asuria in the cellar of the inn and tell her I have chosen her suggested path. And then we'll clear all of our log, because then we're going to be moving forward to another place. And then we'll clear out the inventory as well before we say farewell. I think Asuria was in here, yes.
There is one more thing.
Oh, something's been bothering me for a while now.
You must have noticed the feeling of dread that hangs over Odegaim.
Odegaim? I thought it was Audegaim. I did not think much of it when we arrived, but my unease has grown, and now others are reporting seeing strange specters throughout the town. Put my mind at ease, friend. I would ask you to speak with some of the elves throughout Audegaim about the disturbing things they have seen, and to reassure them that all will be well. We cannot tarry here much longer, but I want the nervous matter among us to know we are safe while we must stay. That's fair. We can go do that. In the meantime, I'm going to remove all these and add back only the epic. I'm going to remove the level 61 ones because I'm not going to do them. Come on, cancel. Yes, cancel. Yes. So this is just cleaning up because it's not like you can leave them there, right? You have active quests and you have a quest limit that you can track. And if you have too many, well, then you won't be able to get any new quests. So I'm just removing the ones that are too low level for me to consider doing. Probably going to remove all of these as well. I'll remove at least the level 63 ones. '64 was up in the Scuttle Dells, and maybe we'll be up in that area again. I don't know. So we'll leave that going. But let's go ahead and do the epic Reassure the Nervous Malodrim throughout Outagime. Common room. It says common room. I love that. Have I ever completed every quest at least once with a single character? No. Every quest? No. There's a gazillion quests. It's almost an impossible task. Nervous Malodrim. I'm ready to leave this place here, but I've seen ghostly shapes in a half-light, vague images around corners and among the trees here in Outagime. You offer comforting words to the nervous elf, and he thanks you for taking the time. Suddenly, his eyes widen in alarm. Can you see them standing on the far side of the bridge? What do they want? Okay. There's another one down here by the dude.
I cannot shake the feeling that
Something
something is
very
very
wrong.
wrong with this village.
Great wave of dread. And we'll talk to the third one and be done.
We
Ooh,
cannot move on from
shadow.
Outagime quickly enough for me.
That was creepy. I could port back to Asuriel. That's the thing I would usually do. But since I got grief for porting to the guy on the outside, I'm not going to port to the gal on the inside.
There is something about Odegaim that makes me uneasy as well.
Well, then let's get out of
Now
here.
the decision has been made.
Yep.
My mind is more at ease.
Our path will run through the Scuttle Dells. Let me know when you're ready. So that will be, of course, an instance. And we're not going to do that right now because it is 2:30. So let me pull up my shared storage and, whoa, hello. And move anything in there that we want to give to our crafters. I got a ton of aquamarines. Okay, Mithril Flake. Okay. All right, and then some enhancement runes, which I don't need because I'm maxed out until I get to 71. And let's go ahead and bring over a couple of keys for some fun. And we'll sell everything else. Keen Sword of the Traveler, which was nice for a while. Okay. Oh, what's this? It wouldn't sell. A Drownholt Compass. Oh, it'll help you track humanoid creatures. All right, I'm going to move that into my, not my vault, but into my shared storage consumables. So it's sort of like a tracker, but for human creatures only. We're going to toss a couple of the loot boxes because I'm only going to open 2. And let's see what we get. Stylish Pendant of the Traveler, which actually... Yeah. I kind of like it a little bit better. I kind of like that a little bit better. The Shirt of the Avid Birder, which we'll put in my Tome of Defense. Okay. So we'll probably put some things in the storage, but we might have more. So let's do this. The Topaz Gold Ring of the Traveler. Nice agility. Oh, yeah. I'm just trying to figure out which one that replaces. That replaces the Brilliant Aquamarine Ring. That's a nice ring. That's a nice ring. I like that ring. All right, so... Oops. Did Alan already visit the creepy corner at this inn? I don't know. Oh, I didn't know there was one inside. All right. Well, let's take a look real quick. Let's shared storage. We're going to drop the Shirt of the Avid Birder in the cosmetics folder. We're going to drop the Tome of Defense in the consumables folder, and the small potted date palm in the housing folder. And then we'll sell those 2 pieces of jewelry that we will no longer use because we replaced them. And that is it. All right. Let's take a look real quick at the quest. Yes, this is 25. So, crafting. I'm going to get rid of that Silken Strands one. I'm not going to end up doing that. So we still got to do Relic of Nala Doom. I'll finish that on my own at some point. I've got 3 in Forachel only because I want to get some rep in Forachel. So I have quick travel there. Hunter stuff for my class. Lothlorien, let's remove those. Those are ones that I won't need now. Banquet preparations and Birch Mother. And then the ones that are here in Mirkwood, get rid of those the minute we get someplace else that's out of the way. And then those are just my missions. Rise of Isengard, which is going to take us to Dunland. That's going to be an important quest to be able to do later on. I can't believe I'm already kind of over-leveled for that. Tasks and the Troll Shaws for some pipeweed to get me some extra pouches of pipeweed. So I'll hold on to that. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and exit the game after I turn my volume down to a normal level for me. And let's bring that over here. Hello again. And let's turn on the chat on the stream. Great. Okay. What do we get here? What did I miss? What did I miss? Can you give me the lowdown on roving threats? You're supposed to run from them until you have enough people to help you kill them. If you're on your own, yeah, they're very high-level monsters. Oh, I'm good. I just enjoy the pipeweed stuff. Level 50, and you got a level 100 roving threat. You could be a level 100 with a level 50 roving threat and still might have trouble. They are challenging. All right. What was the other? There was another question I missed. Oh, pet. Who is my favorite kind of pet? I don't. It all depends. You know, sometimes festival pets, will be pretty cool. But I like the kite. That's a pretty clever one. I like the firework toting pig. That's a lot of fun. Yeah, there's larch. The larch. There's a bunch of really clever ones. I like the little horses that you get that like walk alongside you. They're not mounts, but they're like horses that walk next to you. Yeah, celebration corgi. Yeah, all the celebration critters are fun. All right. Well, before I wrap up, time for any last questions. Yeah, there's so many. There is a tracker that you can use in the game to help, but yeah, there's a lot. Ah, goodness. Well, that was fun. That was a fun session. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. It was a good time, and we'll have to do that instance next week or on Tuesday at 6:00 Pacific. We'll start up again. Let's see. Is there? Oops, wrong button. Yeah, we should be good. Should be good Tuesday. Trying to see if there's any. It's possible that the Saturday of Thanksgiving weekend might not be, but other than that, I don't foresee any problem. So, it was a lot of fun. Get a turtle without spending a ton of real world money. Yes. Oh, excuse me. Will I be doing Father Christmas again this year on the TTT? I am planning on it, Miriam. I may run out of bandwidth and time. I don't know, but I'm hoping to. I still have, I always write a little ahead of myself. And so I have written through week 100, but that means I still have to write weeks 101 and 102, which will wrap up series 13. But then also that means writing 103 as well, which would probably be the week of the 15th. So it'll run, I don't want to run it the actual week of Christmas because nobody's going to watch an episode on Christmas Day. But if I do that, it just might be a little bit tight, but we'll try. Certainly my intent to. This Mirkwood was the first that came out right before you started playing. Wow. I remember when it came out. I remember because the cap was like, ooh, it's 65 now. That was pretty wild. In fact, I hadn't gotten there yet either, so I was so eager to get Dirthal to cap that I just did a bunch of skirmishes at what's the one at the fort of the fort of my brain is completely lost. Bruinen. Come on down to the fort of Bruinen. I saw the Crocheted Father Christmas in North Polar Bear. Those were great, by the way. That was fantastic. Yeah. Oh, I don't know, Captain Feyrendor. I'm so sorry. So that's a Twitch thing that doesn't automatically follow you. I'm quite surprised. Well, missed having you here. So you'll, be sure to join on Tuesday at 6 p.m. if you can. 6 p.m. Pacific, of course. I have no idea where you're actually located. But yeah. Yeah, those were cute. The little crocheted North Polar Bear especially. Love that. Ooh, excuse me. All right, well, I think that is going to wrap it up. So be sure to tune into the Prancing Pony podcast tomorrow for episode 389. That is oh goodness, that's the beginning of the second half, right? Okay, that was the live episode that we recorded last month. That was a fun one. And that's got the philology fair on the fragrant trees too. So if you like your word nerdery, you're going to enjoy that. I can also tell you that's another one of the long ones at 2 hours and 8 minutes. So set aside some time and enjoy that episode. And I will see you all here, hopefully Tuesday at 6 p.m. for the next adventures of Hilbern the River Hobbit. Thanks so much. Have a good weekend.